Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we've got an Age of Sigmar battle report for you. It's going to be 1500 points of Kruleboyz versus Ogor Mawtribes. I'm going to be playing in the Skullbugz sub-faction, and the Ogor Mawtribes are going to be playing in Boulderhead. We're going to be playing the scenario First Blood, which has got 3 objectives across the board in our diagonal sort of deployment. We start in the 2 corners. Let's go though. Let's check out those armies. 1500 points. Kruleboyz versus Ogor Mawtribes. Alright, so here we have 1500 points of Kruleboyz. We're going to play in the Skullbugz sub-faction. And our general is going to be the killer boss on Great Gnashtooth. He's going to have the Warlord trait, Slippery Scumbag. And then he's also going to have the command trait, the mount trait rather, Smellion. His artifact will be the Amulet of Destiny, giving him a 5-up ward. And then because we've got a command entourage taking in our other 3 heroes, we're going to have the Beast Killer Slop on our killer boss on foot. All our other units, along with the killer boss on Gnashtooth, are wrapped up inside a single battalion that is going to be a battle regiment, meaning it's all 1-drop. We've got 2 units to 20 Hogrots, 2 units to 10 Gut Rippers, and 6 Bolt Boys there rounding out the army. Lastly, we're going to have the spell on our Shaman be Choking Mist, and we're also going to go for the grand strategy, go for Hold the Line, which is going to mean one of our battle line units needs to survive the battle. And here we have 1500 points of Ogor Mawtribes. For starters, our general is going to be the Frost Lord on Thundertusk. He's going to have the command trait and artifact, both from the Boulderhead Mawtribe, which is the sub-faction we're going to be playing in. So he's going to have Lord of Beasts, and then he's also going to have the Brand of the Svard. Mount trait-wise, he's going to have Alfgar Ancient, and then we're going to go for our Huskard over there. He's going to have Keening Gale as his prayer, and then we're also going to have the Mount trait, which is going to be Flesh Greed. Rounding out the army, we've got our Icebrow Hunter, the Beast Riders on Thundertusk, and then 4 Mournfang Cavalry as well. Rounding out the army, 1500 points, we are going to get a Triumph, so we are going to go for the one. It's going to give us a re-rollable charge throughout the game. And then grand strategy, we're going to go for Beastmaster. One of our monsters must survive the game. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Monstrous Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. Got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. Alrighty, so deployment is all done on this flank. We've got just 20 of our Hogrot Slitters. Then in the center, we've got our Gnashtooth boss, the Belcher Banner, and 10 of our Gut Rippers. And on this flank, we've got 20 Hogrots, 10 Gut Rippers, the Kill Boss on foot, along with the Shaman and the Bolt Boys hold up in this ruined building here. Across the other side of the table, we've got the Frost Lord and the Huskard on one side, with the Beast Riders and the Mournfang on the other. The Hunter is still in reserve. Now, before we do anything for the first turn, after we decided who's going to go, I'm first of all going to give the first turn to the Ogor Mawtribes, and I'm going to pick the Dirty Trick, which is going to be the one called Noisy Racket. This means that all the Ogor Mawtribes units will be -1 to wound for the first battle round. Alrighty, so the Ogor Mawtribes turn 1. For starters, battle tactic is going to be aggressive expansion, picking the 2 objectives here as the ones he's going to aim to go for this turn. And then we're going to go into our heroic actions, generating command point on the Frost Lord. On a 4+, no. I will try and generate a command point on my Merknob here. And he does on a 4-up. So Merknob will have heroic leadership. And then go into prayers. Alrighty, so the priest is going to use Keening Gale on the Mournfang. Goes off on a 4+. A 2 does not go off, but no ill effects. So with that, that's your hero phase done. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. And so movement all done. Frostlord here has moved up. We've got the Huskard behind him, the Beast Riders and the Mournfang moving up in the center. time for some shooting. Right, so Frostlord is going to shoot first. He's going to target the Boulderhead. So every 6 is a mortal wound. He got 1 through on them. And then your Huskard, who's he going to shoot? He can only reach the Hobgrots, can't he? Yep. So 12 again on the Hobgrots. Killing 2. So that's going to be 2 Hobgrots down. And a wound on the Boulderhead. Alrighty, and then the Beast Rider's going to go into the Boulderhead again. So 12 dice, 6s do mortals. Nothing. Wow, that was not the best Frost Reef Ice round. But he does have his crossbow or harpoon launcher, whatever it's called, in range.
Yep, so 4 to hit.
4 to hit, hits, and a 3 to wound, yeah?
Yep.
No, fails to wound. Everything else is out of range. Chain Trap's out of range. The pistol's out of range on the cavalry. So that's going to be the end of the Ogor Mawtribes' turn. Because they're now out of range. So you're going to score your 1 and 2 points and more points. You're going to get 3. Then you're going to also get your battle tactic as well because you've claimed the 2 objectives. So for 5 points for your turn 1. Alrighty, so Kruleboyz, turn 1. We're going to pick Ferocious Advance as our battle tactic for the turn. Picking our Gut Rippers, Kruleboyz, Killer Boss, and the Merknoll Bannerbearer as our units that will run. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. So we'll start with trying to generate a command point on our Swamp Caller Shaman, who does. And then you're going to do the same again.
Yeah, with the Frostlord.
Frostlord, 4+, does this time. So he gets heroic leadership, as does the Shaman. Rest of the hero phase, pretty simple. Shaman's going to forego using magic, and he's going to give his poisons instead to the Bolt Boy unit up top. And so, let's go into some movement, and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so we've just moved up the lines here, ran all our units to make sure we get our battle tactic here. Bolt Boys stayed still. Meanwhile, the Gut Rippers in the center, along with the Killer Boss there on Gnashtooth, and then we've ran the Hobgrots for a command point, making that a 6 to claim the objective up the top of the table. And with that movement done, it's time for some shooting. Alrighty, so Bolt Boys, we're going to target the Ogor Mawtribes Beast Rider on Thunder Tusk, and he's going to use all that defense. It won't do anything against the mortal wounds, though he does have a 6-up ward thanks to Mystical, but it is going to make it so he ignores my point of rend. So we are currently 2s to hit with aim shots. That is going to be 4 mortal wounds and then 3 hits. And so we are 3s to wound, so just 1 wound there. So 1 armor save on your base save of the Beast Rider. Saved it, and then you're going to have to make 4 mystical saves on a 6-up ward. Save none, so he takes 4 for the turn. And so that will end the Kruleboyz' turn. So we're just going to gain the 1 victory point for objectives up the top there, but we're also going to get 2 points for our battle tactic, meaning we're going to go to 3. So it's going to be 5 to 3. At the end of turn 1, going into priority for turn 2, Kruleboyz get a 1, 2, didn't matter what you rolled, you would have got the choice. So Ogor Mawtribes are going to go next or going to go next? Cool. Ogor Mawtribes turn 2 coming up. Alrighty, so battle tactic for Ogor Mawtribes turn 2, he's going with Monstrous Takeover, picking the central objective here with the Beast Riders, and then let's go into heroic actions. What are you going to try and do this turn? Generate your command point again?
Yep. So
Frostlord on a 4+, doesn't this turn. I'm then going to try and generate a command point on the Killer Boss with Gnashtooth on a 4+. He does. So he gets heroic leadership for the turn. So once again, the Huskard is going to try and use the Keening Gale Prayer. Who's he using it on this time? On the Mournfang pack. And so 4+ goes off, so they'll get an extra 3 inches of move, and now we'll go into the movement phase, and we'll come back after all of this is done. And that Ogre Pain Train has come crushing forward. And so let's go into some shooting next after the movement phase, so let's see what they do. Alrighty, so starting with the Huskard, he's going to use his Frost Wreathed Ice on the Kruleboyz here, so we need 6s do mortal wounds on the Bolt Boys. 1, so he's going to kill a Bolt Boy now. And then the Frostlord will do the same thing. 6 to do mortals. 1 again. Wow, not having the awfully most effective time with these today. Alrighty, and so with that, the Beast Rider is going to go into the Boulderboys as well. So 10 dice now. Thanks to being wounded, he does a wound. So we're going to kill another Boulderboy. And then his harpoon launcher to start with.
4. And then wounding on 3.
Wounds.
No rend.
No rend. So I've got a 5-up save because I'm completely in cover. I saved it. And then the chain trap.
Yep, 4's to hit. Yep. And 3's to wound. Yep.
Yep. And so this has no rend, so a 5-up save again. Oh.
So damage 3.
Damage 3. So that's going to kill another Boulderboy and then put a wound on another. Alright, so he's going to take a pot shot and a killer boss with the Sergeant of the Mournfang pack. So needing a 5 to hit. Misses. And that's it for shooting. So, start of the charge phase, we're going to use the Scare Tactics rule from the Gut Rippers. First of all, we're going to have this unit, and then we'll go with that unit. Both of them have to target the Mournfang, because they're only non-monster, non-hero unit. And so, the first unit over here, rolling 2 dice. That's a 6, plus 2, thanks to having 2 lots of 5 models, so that's an 8. Over your bravery, which means you're going to be -1. The other unit will also try to make you another -1, meaning that all-out attack won't get rid of the negative on you. So they got a 5, that's 6, 7, so that will do it as well. So you're now -2 to hit with the Mournfang Cavalry in combat. And now let's go into the charge phase proper. Alrighty, so the Huskard is going to be the first model to charge. And he got a 6, so he's going to actually get in on that. Alrighty, so first of all, he made his charge, so roll 6 dice. Every 4-up is a mortal wound. 1, 2, and just 2. So kills 2 Hobgrots, get trampled by a charge. And then we're going to use a command point for Unleash Hell. And so we're going to shoot our 3 Bolt Boys. -1 to hit on these, so 4's to hit, but 5's do mortals. Oh wow, that is 6 mortal wounds on him. Frostlord's going to charge next then. That's a 5, so he gets in as well. Just going in the pain train. 5 dice, every 4-up is a mortal. 2 more Hobgrots get crushed by the Stampede. Who's next?
Mournfang.
Mournfang going next, just down the line. 4, they're going to get in as well. So 4 dice now on them, but only 6s do mortals. 1. So another Hobgrot gets pummeled. And then we're going to charge the Beast Riders. 10, they're going to get in, so 10 dice needed. So 10 dice against the Gut Rippers. That is the best yet. So 6 mortal wounds. That's just going to kill 3 of our Gut Rippers. Alrighty, so Monstrous Rampage is at the end of the charge phase. He's going to stomp with the Frostlord. So on a 2+, he will do D3 mortal wounds. He does, so D3. For 1 mortal wound. And then on a 3+, the Beast Riders will roar at the Gut Rippers. They do, so no command abilities in the combat phase for these Gut Rippers. With that said, who are you going to fight with first?
I'll go with these guys.
Beast Riders first, no worries. Alrighty, so Beast Riders going. First of all, punches and kicks. What does he hit on?
So 4's to hit.
Yep.
2 hits. And then 4's to wound.
1. And these are 5-up save at no rend, so saved it.
Yep.
And then the actual Thunder Tusk himself.
3's to hit.
3's to hit.
Yep.
3
hits.
And then he is wounded, so...
He goes... What's he on?
And 3's 2 wounds. So 2 wounds at -1, so these are going to be on a 6-up save. Save neither, so 2d3 damage to the Gut Rippers. Oh, for 6. So that's going to wipe out 3 more Gut Rippers. Alrighty, so we're going to attack with the Hobgrots next. We're going to put 7 of them into the Huskard and 5 into the Frostlord. So into the Huskard, we are going to need 4's to hit, 6's explode, and 5's to wound. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 armor saves on your Huskard. So he fails 2, so he takes another 2 wounds, putting him up to 8. And then the 5 into the Frostlord, hitting on 5, sorry. Sorry, 4s, because we've used all that attack. And then wounding on 5s. For 3 into your Frostlord, his 3-up save takes 1. Right, Mournfang Pack have piled in, and they're going next. So 4s to hit with the Gargant Hackers, 3 of them in range.
Yep.
And then 3s to wound.
Yep. 1 wound.
1, so it's going to kill 3, because I've only got a 6-up save. And then their Tusks.
So 4s to hit.
Yep. And 3s to wound.
Yep. So 3.
And damage, Ren 1.
Yeah, Ren 1.
So damage 2, Ren 1, that's going to kill another 6. Alright, so we piled in the Gut Rippers here. So 4 of them are in range. So we're going to need 4s to hit, but 6s do a mortal wound. So there's just 2 mortal wounds, straight up, and then another hit, and a 4 to wound. Wounds, armor save. And so a 4-up save, just 1. No, he takes another point, so he's going to take 3 points of damage, putting him to 11. So Frostlord has piled in. He's going to put all his attacks into the Gut Ripper. So first of all, his Frost Spear.
So 3s to hit. All hit.
Yep.
3s to win. 3 wins.
3.
Ren 1.
Ren 1. So these are going to be 6-up saves. Saved 1, but it's going to kill 3 Gut Rippers as it is damaged 3 apiece, so 6 wounds. Then his punches and kicks.
Yep. So 3s to hit. 2 hits. And then 3s to wound. 2 wounds. And
so 2 5-up saves on that. Save neither, so 2 damage again. So it's going to kill another Gut Ripper.
What's he on?
And then lastly, his Colossal Tusks will get +1 to hit thanks to his mount trait or command artifact rather from Boulderhead. So 2s to hit and 2s to wound. 3 at -1, so he's going to be 3 6-up saves on the Gut Rippers. Saved 1, so 2d3 damage for 6, so it's going to kill another 3 Gut Rippers. Alrighty, and then we've got these Gut Rippers here then into the Beast Riders. So 4s to hit, 6s do mortals, no mortal wounds. And just the 3 hits and 4s to wound. 3 armor saves on your Beast Riders. Failed 1, so take another wound. Alright, so the Huskard now into the Hobgrots. First of all, his punches and kicks.
3s to hit. And then 4s to wound. No round.
6 up. No, it kills another Hobgrot. Then your Colossal Tusks from the Huskard.
3s to hit. 2 hits. How many wounds you got, sorry?
And then 4s to wound.
Yeah, 4s to wound.
Wounds with both. They're both going to go through, so that doesn't matter how much damage you do because there's only 2 left, so 2 die. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the Killer Boss with Boss Hacker next. He's piled in. He's going to go into the Frostlord, so he has 4 attacks with his Boss Hacker, needing 4s to hit. 6s do mortals, so that's going to do mortal wounds, and that's going to be the only thing we do to the Frostlord with that. So he's going to take 2 mortals, and then we're going to go with the Prize Shiv hitting on 4s. And that's just going to do a mortal wound as well. So 3 mortal wounds to the Frostlord. Alrighty, so Battleshock Phase. First of all, these Gut Rippers here, we're going to spend a command point, taking us down to 1 to make them immune. This unit over here, we're going to roll the dice and see what happens. 5, so they're going to lose some models. However, thanks to being within 3 inches of the Killer Boss here, they just lose a single model. And that will be the end of the Ogor Mawtribes turn 2. So they're going to get, first of all, Monstrous Takeover to ensure they get their battle tactic, plus controlling 1, 2, and more for another 5 points. Alrighty, so Start of the Kruleboyz turn 2. For starters, we're going to pick Bring It Down as our battle tactic, picking the Huskard that's on a single wound, and then we're going to go into heroic actions. We will go with generating a command point on our killer boss here at the front. So on a 4+, he gets heroic leadership for the turn. Frostlord's going to do the same, or do we want to do some healing maybe? Right, so he's going to go heroic healing on the Huskard now that I picked it for a battle tactic. So that is what below. So D3 heal for 2. So he goes back up to having taken 9. Right, we're going to use that free command point we generated to use the rally command ability on these Gut Rippers who are now outside of 3. So 8 dice, because there's 8 dead. Every 6 is a Gut Ripper back. That is 2 Gut Rippers come back to that unit. Alright, and then Hero Phase proper, our Shaman is going to elect to give the poisons to the Bolt Boys here rather than casting a spell. And with that, we're done for the Hero Phase, so we're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alright, so end of the movement phase. Merknob's moved up along with our Gut Rippers here. And then we've moved up the General, as well as the Hobgrots have decided to run across the table. So now it's time for some shooting. And also we moved the Bolt Boys as well, just ever so slightly, so we can get the hasty shot rather than the single shot available to us. Right, so shooting the Bolt Boys into the Frostlord, needing 4s to hit, but 5s do mortal wounds. We are going to do just 2 mortal wounds to him so far. And then we're going to need, I believe it's 3s to wounds. So 3 -1 armor saves. He failed 2 of them, so he's going to take 6 damage on the Frostlord, putting him to 10. And with that, it's charge time. So we're going to charge with the Killer Boss on Gnashtooth here, so he's going to go 6, which means he's just going to get in. And then we'll go with the Gut Rippers down here charging. So let's see what they get. They got a 3, so they're literally just going to have to go straight forward. And then we'll charge the Merknob in as well, though he's going to want something big because he's going to come in range of the Alfgar Ancient Rule on the Thundertusk there. So a 6. Yeah, we'll pop him in here, but I think he's going to end up within 3, unfortunately. Yeah, he is. So he's going to be striking last. But the Gut Rippers are not. Right, so we are going to go with these Gut Rippers here first. So we're going to go 4s to hit on them. 6s do a mortal, so that's 1 mortal wound to him so far. And then, sorry, 5s to hit, so that would have only been 2 hits, because -1, Thundertusk. 1 more, so 1 armor save on your Frost. Huskard fails that, because he's got a 4 up, so he's back to his 1 wound remaining status. Alright, so the Beast Rider, he's going to put everything into my General here. He didn't manage to get his roar off, but it's not going to matter. I'm not going to use any command ability there so far. So, punches and kicks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s, correct?
Yep. No.
Nothing. But then the Thunder Tusk itself with its colossal tusks.
So 3s to hit.
And 3s to wounds. 2 at -1, so he's going to be on a 4-up save. Saved 1, D3 damage to my General for 2. One of those, and 2 wounds on the Killer Boss on Gnashtooth. Can't fight with the Merknob or the Killer Boss thanks to Alfgar Ancient, so we're going to go with the Gut Rippers over here. So 5s to hit, 6s do more. That is 3 mortal wounds, and that is it. So just 3 mortals from the Gut Rippers. Alrighty, so his Frostlord's then going to go into my Killer Boss on foot. He's going to choose to use all-out attack. I'm going to use all-out defense. So let's see what happens.
2s to hit.
Yep.
2 hits. And then 3s to wound.
For nothing with his Frost Spear.
And then punches and kicks. 2s to hit. And then 3s to wound.
3. These are going to be on a 2-up save. Saved them all.
And then Colossal Tusks, so 3s to hit. 4s to hit. And then because he's on 10.
4s to wound, should be.
Yep, 4s to wound.
Still does 2. And so, -1, so he's going to be a 3-up. Failed 1, so D3 damage to me. For 1 point of damage on my killer boss on foot. On a 6-up, I'm going to push Stabgrot in the way. And he dies. Stabgrot gets pushed in the way and crushed underfoot. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the killer boss. So we've got the Jagged Boss sticker. So we're going to get +1 to hit on the turn we charge. So we're going to hit on 2s with this boss sticker. For 4 hits. No mortals though. And then 3s to wounds for just 1 at -1. Nope, fails, so he's going to take 2 damage. So he goes to 10. I believe he's got 2 left now, does he not? He has 12. And then we've got the bone-crushing fangs of the actual Nasstooth hitting on 2s because I charged. And then wounding on 3s. 3 at -2 this time. So these are 6s. Nope, that's going to be enough, and that's going to kill your Beast Riders. And then we're going to go with the Huskard then. Can try and kill the Merknob that might kill him. Alright, so Huskard punches and kicks into the Merknob.
So 3s to hit.
2 hits.
4s to wound.
1 wound. Merknob has a save of a 4-up. Failed it, take another wound, so I'm 3 out of my 6. Got 3 left, and Thunder Tusk gets to go now.
So Colossal Tusk, 3s to hit.
Just 1.
And then 4s to wound.
Wounds though. -1, so a 5-up save. Failed.
D3.
Do a 3 here and you kill me. Nah, just 1. So that goes to 4. Alright, so the Merknob's going to go into the Huskard. So no mortals. And so that's just 1 hit there. And no wounds from the Merknob. So now we're going to go into the killer boss. He's going to choose to pile on over around the base of the Frostlord and go into your Huskard. So all down to the killer boss here. So he's got his boss hacker. Wow, he just missed with everything. So I'm not going to get my battle tactic for the turn. Wow. And that's going to be the end of the combat phase. So I'm just going to get the point there. So just 1 point for the turn. Alrighty, so priority for turn 3. I got a 4. Beastclaw got a 3. Kruleboyz are going to take this. However, you're going to get to remove an objective off the table. Which, yeah, you're going to pick the one at the back.
Actually, I'll remove that.
Yeah. Common sense, finish the day. He is going to remove that objective up on the top corner. He was thinking about the middle one, but yeah, he had an idea, but no. Yeah, he realizes that is the call. Top objective gets removed at turn 3, and we go into Kruleboyz turn 3. Alrighty, so Kruleboyz turn 3, and so we're going to go slay the Warlord for our battle tactic for the turn, and then we're going to go with our heroic action, and we're going to pick, we're going to put Finest Hour here on the killer boss on foot. Alrighty, so he's going to go heroic healing on the Frostlord now. So 2d6. That is below, so heal d3. For 2, so he goes down to 8 wounds. Rest of my hero phase, we're then going to give the poisons out to the Bolt Boys here, and then we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of that is done. Alright, so movement is all done. We've retrieved the Gut Rippers out to take this objective. Hobgrots have come on, and we're going to take that objective as well. Killer Boss just moving around. Gut Rippers sort of staying where they are. Move the Bolt Boys to get the extra shots again this turn. And it's time for some shooting. So we're going to start with the Boulderboys here. They're going to go into your Frostlord. So they're going to put 6 shots now. 5s doing mortal wounds. That is going to be 6 mortal wounds, and he just dies. And so, charge phase, we're going to charge in with the Killer Boss on Gnashtooth over here. That's a 5, so he's going to get in. And then we'll go into combat. First of all, you've got your monster reaction with the Huskard.
Yep.
Alright, so he's going to stomp on a 2-up. Does so. D3 mortal wounds to the Merknob. For 2, that's going to kill the Merknob. And then start of the combat phase, I'm going to use the Beast Killer slot from my Killer Boss here. So we roll a dice. On a 2, that monster suffers D6 mortal wounds. For 5, he's just going to die from the Beast Killer slot. Alrighty, so combat. We're going to go with our Killer Boss first. Into the Mournfang. So we've got 4 attacks with our Beast Sticker. So 2s to hit when we charge. There's going to be 2 mortals. And then 3s to wound. 1 armor save at -1. So 1 5-up save on those Mournfang. Fails. There's going to be 4 damage so far. And then our mount. Hitting on 2s. No mortals from him though. And wounding on 3s. Both of them wound. Ren 2. So 6-up saves. Fails, there's going to be 8 damage from him in total, killing one of the Mournfang. And so, Mournfang are attacking back. 3 of them now. Gargan Hackers. And 3s to wound.
3, Ren 1.
Ren 1. So, these are going to be 4-ups. Save 1. That's going to be, ouch, that's going to be 6 damage. That's actually going to put me to 8. We've got 2 wounds left, and now we've got the tusks.
So 4s to hit. And then 3s to wound. 3, Ren 1.
3, Ren 1, so these are 4-up saves as well. Take 2, he's actually going to die. Alrighty, so end of the turn, I am going to get 6 points. I'm going to get 3 for controlling 1, 2 more of the objectives. I then get my battle tactic, and I killed a monster this turn. I also killed a monster last turn, so we've added that point into it as well. So it's going to be 11 to 10. However, the Ogor Mawtribes have a turn to play yet to catch up in scoring. So let's go into their turn. Hero phase and their battle tactic is what's important. Alright, so battle tactic wise, he's gone for broken ranks. He has no heroes on the table available though to use heroic actions. I will, however. So I'm going to use him to generate a free command point on a 4+. He does not. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so movement's all done. We've moved up the Mournfang. Hunters now come on the board edge. You got your 1 shot from your pistol into the Gut Rippers. So needs a 4 to hit. Hits, 3 to wound. Wounds. 6-up save because -1. Saved it though. So charges. Mournfang to start.
Yeah.
Oh, an 11. So they're going to get in, and then we're going to roll 11 dice. So 11 dice, 6s do mortals. Just 1 mortal wound on the Gut Rippers. And then we'll try and charge with the Hunter here as well. So 2d6. That's a 9, so he's going to get in as well. And then 9 dice from him. 6s do mortals there. He does a mortal as well, so that's going to kill 1 Gut Ripper in total. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the Mournfang Cavalry first. I failed my roll with the Gut Rippers and their scare shields, or scare tactics. So he's going to use all-out attack. I might as well use all-out defense on the Gut Rippers. So we're needing 3s to hit with your Gargan Hackers. Oh, that's not bad. And 3s to wound. Ouch. So those 5 armor saves, -1. So these are going to be on my base 5-up. Thanks to my all-out defense. Reroll. No, so it's going to be 12 points of damage. I'm just dead. And then the Hunter will get to make his little free 3-inch move thanks to charging for the turn as well. So turn-wise, you're actually going to get 1 point because you control 1, and then you're also going to get your battle tactic for 3 points for the turn. So taking you up to just in front. So what do you be? You'll be 12 to 11. Point in head. Going into the roll-off for turn 4. Alright, so priority for turn 4. Kruleboyz got a 1. Got a 2. Ogor Mawtribes is going to take the turn. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn. He's going to go with Conquer. Taking that objective off the Grots there will be the plan. So let's go into heroic actions. He's going to try and generate a command point on a 4+. Does not. I'll try and do the same on my Shaman. He does not either. So start of the hero phase. He's going to spend a command point and try and rally on them. So 1 dice. On a 6, you get a cavalry back. Which he does. So the Mournfang Cavalry will come back. And with that, he's going to smartly place him the extra Mournfang back there, giving him the extra movement to hopefully go take those Grots off. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of that is done. Alrighty, so shooting phase. He's going to pop his pistol up into the bolt, boys. You can just see this one over here. So 4 to hit. Hits, 3 to wound. Wounds just. So I'm going to have +1 save thanks to being wholly in cover. So I've got a 6 up thanks to your -1. Failed, so D3 damage. For 3. Oh, the pistol pops too, Kruleboyz. Alrighty, and then the hunter is going to put all his shots into the bolt boys at the top. So first of all, what's he going with first?
Great throwing spear. So
yep.
4's to hit.
Hits.
3's to wound.
Wounds, negative.
Rend 1.
Rend 1, so 6 up save thanks to cover. Fails.
D3.
For 1. Alright, he's got to put through a wound on with the other weapon.
So hunter's crossbow, so 4's to hit.
Hits.
3's to wound.
Fails to wound, but does do a wound. So I've got 1 bolt boy on a wound left. Charge time. So Mournfang pack, the important charge here to get your battle tactic. 6. That's going to see them in. And so 6 dice. Every 6 is immortal. Crushes 1 Hobgrot. And then the hunter is going to charge as well. So So charging 2d6. For a 7, he's going to go into the killer boss here. And then 7 dice. Every 6 is a mortal wound. Nothing from that. But let's go into combat. Who are we going to go with first?
Mournfang.
Mournfang? Cool. Alrighty, so Mournfang attacking. He's using all-out attack, so
3's to hit.
Yep. Didn't really change all that much there. But 3's to wound.
3's to wound.
So it's just going to be 9 dead Hobgrots. Because -1. And then your Mournfang's tusks. And so hitting on +1, so 3's to hit and 3's to wound.
Wait, 3's to hit?
Yep.
Sorry.
That's that. And then 3's to wound. These are -1 as well, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to kill the units and claim the objective for you. So killer boss here, we're going to go with all-out attack on him for +1 to hit. And so we're hitting on 2s, doing mortals on 6s. So we do 2 mortal wounds, the other 3 hit. And 2 more wounds, so 2 at -1 on him. Both, so he's going to take 6 damage on your hunter. Alright, so hunter's then going to attack back. So
Gulping bite.
Yep. So your hunter's club first.
Oh, yeah, hunter's club, sorry. So 3's to hit.
Just 1.
3's to wound.
Any rends?
No.
Nope, so 5 up saved. Then your attack with the Gulping bite. Hits.
And then 3 wound.
Doesn't wound, so nothing back in return. So you are going to claim 1, 2 more for 3. And then you're also going to get your battle tactic as well for 5 points for the turn. End of the turn as well, we'll spend a command point to keep that single bot boy alive. So my turn for the Kruleboyz. Alrighty, so we are a little bit up against it with the Kruleboyz. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for Monstrous Takeover, picking the center objective here. We've got a little bit of a plan. Heroic action, we're going to try and generate a free command point on our Shaman here. Does so on a 5+, so got heroic leadership on him. And then what do you want to try and do with your Hunter? Do you want to heal?
Yeah, heal.
Yep. So 2d6, roll underneath his bravery. 4 is underneath his bravery, so heals d3 for 2. So he goes back down to having taken 4. Into the rest of the hero phase, I'm going to try and use the spell Metamorphosis. I need a 5 to cast. Get it. So he is now a monster for the turn. We'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. And sorry, one last thing. We've got to rally the Bolt Boys as well. So every 6 up is a Bolt Boy back.
Fuck.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me! Alrighty, end of the movement phase. We look like this. The monsterish Shaman has gone onto the objective. As long as that, we now have 8 models on there compared to your 8. Bolt Boys have moved, so they're going to get to shoot. So we just need to kill a Mournfang Cavalry and we take the objective. And so let's go into shooting and see what we can do. And so, Bolt Boys into the Mournfang Cavalry. That is 8 mortal wounds right there. 6s have not dried up for me. So 8, and then we are currently 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds. So 2 armor saves at -1. Failed both, so that is going to be another 4 wounds on top. Oh yeah, you are in mystical, so that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mystical saves to make with your Mournfang Cavalry.
12.
12. And so 6s to save. You do not have the power of 6 like I do. So that is 2 on that, so that's 4, 10, and a wound over there for 11. And so with that, it's time for some combat. Killer Boss here is going to fight the, what do we call him? Hunter. So we are going to be on 3s to hit. You know what? We're going to use a command point for all-out attack. And so 2s to hit. All hit. 3s to wounds. All wound. 3 at -1 on your Hunter. So these are 6 up saves. He is dead. And so, priority for turn 5. Kruleboyz got a 5. Ogre's got a 4. Kruleboyz are going to take the turn. Alrighty, so we're going to pick Conquer for our battle tactic. The Shaman is then going to give his Poison Brew to the Bolt Boys up here. And while we're at it, we're going to spend a command point at the start of the turn to rally. But before that, heroic actions, we're going to generate one on a 2+. We do. We'll use that for rally. You don't have any heroic actions because you've got no heroes left. So we're going to roll 7 dice for the Kruleboyz there. And so rallying the Kruleboyz down there. We got another one back just to add insult to injury. And then Conquer, because we picked this one over here. Just going to spend a command point, run there. He's going to take that. And then we'll go into shooting with the Bolt Boys into the Mournfang. They're going to move as well, just ever so slightly, so they get the 2 shots. Alrighty, so Bolt Boys now into the Mournfang for the shooting phase. 5s do mortal wounds, so there's going to be 4 mortal wounds onto them, and then we are 4s to hit. Three at -1 for your saves. Failed them all, so there's going to be 6. And so leave, oh yeah, so you're going to have, what is that, 4, 5. You're going to have a bunch of mortal wounds, so there's 3, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mystical saves all day. You got 2, so 8, so it's going to do 5, 6, 7, 8, leaving him on 3 wounds. And then we will go into charges. Or, no we won't. Actually, yeah we will, because we can't lose the objective if you charge. So we'll charge. So, Gut Ripper's charging. 7, they're going to get in. And so, Gut Rippers going into the Mournfang. We are all out attack. So, 3's to hit, 6. That is another 4 mortal wounds and he's dead. And that is game. What a rally. I want to say good game, but I'm going to say I'm sorry instead. Gut Rippers for the win. Well, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you'd like to, you can come over and chat more with us here at Sinful Gaming and our fine little community over on Discord. You'll find a link to that Discord in the description of the video. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. And if you'd like to help support the channel via Patreon or YouTube members, you can do so by one of the links in the video's description once again. But a special shout out to all our patrons: Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, and Dynet226. And another special shout out to our YouTube members: Greenridge Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turo12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, and the Johnny84. And lastly, a definite special shout out first of all to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does all the background work for our Discord server, keeping everything there running smoothly, because I am completely computer illiterate. Thank you very much. But that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.